Speedway today. It's Saturday, August 12th, and we've made a track here to 2.5 hours about down here to Deer Creek Speedway. So we're just getting the car unloaded. Got Tim, Marcus, Izzy, Amber, Abby. Cedar Lake is not racing tonight due to the Nationals last weekend and just a long weekend of racing. Also the crowd too the week after the Nationals isn't non-existent basically, so they decided to take this weekend off. So we came down here along with a lot of our fellow competitors from Cedar Lake. So there'll be a lot of cars here tonight. I'm guessing probably at least 4 heats of B mods. So it should be a good show for the fans, no doubt about it. Okay, so we're making. Here's the lineup. Cody starts 9, so 5th row inside. Okay, so just made the last minute adjustments for the heat race. So he's just over there. They're just discussing setup, the track, stuff like that. Talking about how you enter and how to drive the track. So I guess that's it. So we'll just see how this goes. Hoping for some good luck here.
Also, we want to wish a happy birthday to Katie and tomorrow. Happy birthday to all of you as well.
saying earlier, they decided, Tim and Marcus, that they needed to change the car because it was really, really dry. I don't think they anticipated it being that dry, so they had him come back to the pit here. What Marcus and Tim did not know is that you had to be in staging the heat before yours in line, or they wouldn't wait for you and possibly DQ you. You had to be in staging. Well, by the time they changed it, Cody drove all the way around, because you have to go this way. It's like a one-way. You have to go this way all the way around and then go the back side and then over there to where staging is. And they were going out on the track. The people in his heat race were going out on the track as he was coming over here around the corner. So because he wasn't in line, they didn't wait for him. So I guess lesson learned. It's hard when you go to new places because every place is different. Every place has their own set of rules. And so now we get to run a B feature. So just gonna, obviously because it's so dry, gonna make some changes to the car. Different than what we had it for that heat race. Marcus is over there doing a tire, getting that done and ready. So yeah, I guess stay tuned. So Cody's in the car extra early this time. Wanted to make sure that he makes it out there on time. Of course, we all know that we cannot leave staging. We have to be in staging. So we did make changes again. I think we talked about before that the car, well, not the car, the track is really, really, really dry. Really dry. So Abby went running to grab something quick. Crazy. So here is the B feature lineup. He's going to start 5th, 3rd row inside. So yeah, I sure hope this goes well.
Off of crane rigging caution lights, one more chance for these drivers to get into the A-main. Top 6 are going to transfer 8 laps the distance. Let's see what happens. Are we going to go 4 wide on the start?
Okay, so we just changed gears. We're gonna decide we're gonna try that. Cody and Abby are changing tires. So we'll get that done, and all the B's are done. They're doing some soapbox derby thing right now, and then the A's will start. We are the third feature. Obviously, Cody's going to start at the back. He actually won that feature because the guy that did win was docked positions, I think, for jumping the start, I believe. So Cody was the winner of the B feature, and that means he will start 19th. So guess we'll just see what happens. Try to catch a word from him to talk about the track, see what he thought about that, how he's feeling about the setup or what's going on.
I just want to see you more.
Cody just informed Abby that, oh, just kidding, I don't have another left front tire. You don't need to take that off.
Because you just said take that. You can go work on the left front.
Oops.
Shocker.
He was just trying to give her
I
practice.
just want you to get your money's worth from Chippewa Falls to Deer Creek. Keeping her busy, right?
Keeping her busy, keeping her in practice. All right, so just able to catch Cody now. He's got the car ready for the feature. Just wanted to see what he thinks about today, what's going on.
What I think about today, we might as well have just thrown me out there for hot laps and called my heat race hot laps, because that's basically what it was. I initially backed out to go line up, and their rule here is if you're not in staging, they're not waiting for you. I was coming around the corner and they were pulling on the track. So what happened was I got up there the first time and Dad told me, go back to the trailer. So I thought something was really wrong, but they made a change, and I don't think they knew how much time we really had. And we had no time, like none. Long story short, when we came back in, we had 2 lug nuts that were literally about to come off. I don't know who was tightening them, but I was in the car, so it wasn't me. And ended up passing 2 cars in the heat race, and started 5th in the B. Ended up winning it, but really we finished 2nd. The leader got penalized 2 spots for jumping the start, which I really don't know if it was jumping the start, but it is what it is. So now, Dad and I were, I wouldn't say in an argument, but he thinks I need more gear. I told him I need less gear. So we basically flipped the quarter, changed gears, put our feature tires on, and it's going to be slick from top to bottom. And I don't know, we have a good race car. It's just that this place is definitely different and unique in its own way, just like any other track is. But this black dirt, when there's no traction, there's no traction. I'm pretty sure the local hockey arena has better traction on their ice than it does here. So we have our work cut out for us. I think that we're going to start
19th.
Sure, 19th. Okay, well, it's good and bad, I guess, because the bad thing is if there's a wreck, there's no way to go around it. And if you've never been to Deer Creek, I highly suggest you get here. It produces some really good racing, but they have a berm, and if you go over the berm, or you go, because the berm is up, if you go up, you're getting a monster truck and take your oil pan up. So it's not a good place that you want to start. I would prefer to start 20th, to be honest with you, because you have the entire outside of the racetrack to go somewhere if you need to go somewhere. But it is what it is. So we're in the show. I feel like I haven't really learned a whole lot yet, just because, again, my heat race was a waste of time. Like I said, we started at half a track behind and really caught up to them, but I really needed yellow. And then we changed the car for the B, and we went out there for the B, and it was pretty wet. When we took the green, it wasn't race ready at all. I went in the first corner and thought, well, these guys are going to wreck, and I'm not going to be a part of it. So just fortunate enough to make the show, I guess. I don't really have anything for you. I guess the nice thing is the car's in one piece. Really, there's not a dent in it. We haven't done any tin work. I guess our goal is a top 10. It would feel like a win if we got top 5 after how the night started and how it went. like I said, we have a really good race car. It's just I'm not used to this place, and it's really, really, really tight on the bottom. The outside is more like a dish, and if you come in the middle, you have to let the car wash up, and it's just there's not another track like it around here, and in order to be good here, you gotta be able to move around and be versatile here and run here a lot, and we don't get here more than once a year. So
You haven't been here for 2 years.
yeah, and see, that's what's hard, because we were gonna start coming down here about halfway through the year, because I obviously got a late start in racing because of my shoulder surgery, which went great. But I was looking at points at Cedar, and I don't think we would have won it, but we were in contention of winning a championship at Cedar, and it's really hard to just turn down a place to go like it was 5 minutes away, like Cedar Lake's 5 minutes away for us, versus Deer Creek, which 2 hours and 9 minutes or something like that, So it's hard to just throw that away and come down here, but at the same point in time, we have a lot of viewers and subscribers down here, and it's nice to come down here, and everyone's so welcoming, and just wish that we were able to come down here more often and race, because it really is a pleasure to come down here. The people are fantastic, and that's all I got for right now. I guess we'll see how the feature goes, and we'll talk after.
Perfect. What did you say? Did you see the B feature? What?
Not camera appropriate.
Oh, it's shocking.
Naughty.
Naughty. All right, good luck. Love you. Eyes open.
I love you. Be careful.
What?
I love you. Be careful.
I love you too.
Love you, Dad.
Eyes open.
Did you hear Abby?
What?
She said, "Love you, Dad." Oh my gosh.
All right, you got to go to staging.
What kind of sugar? Who gave him sugar?
I don't think he's had any sugar.
Midwest Modifieds. Tracy mentioned outstanding field, little down to 24. We're going to go 18 laps. Jamie Hiller going to lead them. Two good green flags.
You started 19th, and I don't know what you finished.
12.
12th? Okay, I thought you might have got top 10.
I thought if you passed Martinson, it was maybe
You were
in
going
10.
to, but then you
I
just
screwed up.
Yeah, you
Oh, then I started entering higher and coming off of it, and it was a lot better. And over here, you couldn't enter on it because it was fluff.
I'm gonna tell you what. Your car comes off on the starts is way better.
I agree. But still
And you're
don't
not
think-
running out of speed going in the corner.
No, I actually had to slow myself down because I would have been.
I think maybe
I would have been
we could have maybe went more.
probably. And honestly,
Check your gearing or your. Yeah, see.
Yeah, but would the other gears have been too much?
No. That's why he's so slow in starts.
No, if you had gone to the other gear.
It might have been too much. We just.
Yeah, you need something in between.
Well, no, we don't know. This is. I thought that would be a big jump.
Yeah.
So I kind of toned it down a little bit.
Well, good job. The car's in one piece. You hopefully learned something.
alright, so we went to the Deer Creek Speedway, Spring Valley, Minnesota, Racine, Minnesota, something like that. Pulling the gate, I drew a 152 out of 300. At that point, I should have known it was going to be one of those nights. My mom and I went to the driver's meeting. We got no hot laps. Haven't been there in 2 years, so that really sucks. And they were talking about how they're not going to wait for you if you're not in staging. Well, guess what? We went up to go and get in staging, and we were there, and I was rolling around the backside because Deer Creek's a little weird. They make you go around the very back side of the pit area to line up, and you can't just roll through the pit area and line up in staging. So I had rolled around, and my dad was over there waiting for me, and he's like, we gotta change the car, and I don't think he really knew how little time that we had left to change the tire and change the car a little bit, because when we were watching, there was a little bit of traction in the track. Not much, but just enough not to really have to change the car a whole lot. Well, they didn't water the track before the first set of heat races, and so when he got up there, it was literally slick, like top to bottom slick, no traction anywhere, and we weren't set up for that. And so we got back to the trailer, and I could hear him on the receiver, checkers out, top 5 to the scale, and the right rear tire was still off. And I'm like, we've got to go. And remember, they're not going to wait for us if we're not in staging. And I had to go back all the way around, and by the time I got back around, they're all pulling back on the track. I had stopped in the top of turn, whatever 2 that is, to check my steering wheel because it was on sideways, and I was going to sit there and wait. And I was told, either get going or we're not waiting for you. So I got going, and they started the race, and I was a half a track behind. I ended up catching the tail end of the field. I really needed a yellow, never got a yellow, so I went from literally dead last, half a track, to 7th or something like that in 7 laps, which I would say it's not bad, but it still sucked because I was playing catch up the entire time. So that put us starting, 5th in the B main. It took top 6. I got 2nd. Changed the car between the heat and the B to make it better for the track conditions and my liking. And then, obviously we made the show, so when we started 19th, and we didn't change anything on the car besides tires and put fuel in it, the car was pretty good. And not being there for so long, it took me a little while to get going. And if you guys have ever been to Deer Creek, I mean, it's way different than it looks on TV, but the bottom of the track reminds me of Martinsville Speedway. It's that tight, it's like nothing there. I started on the inside, so I was really worried for the first 5 laps, 6 laps, that there's gonna be a wreck, and I honestly waited too long to get on the outside. But once I got on the outside, I went from 19th to 12th, and I truly believe that within a couple, 2-3 more laps, we've easily been in the top 10 and maybe further up. So the car is really good. Driver, like my dad was telling us all yesterday, he feels like, yeah, you might make mistakes, but as far as paying attention to the track and knowing what you need to do to the car, we're right on track with all that stuff. And he just feels like my decision making is basically what's holding me back, and I can honestly say that I agree with him. And I'm not gonna say that's the hard part. You can teach that. It's the other stuff you can't really teach, like how to drive and all that stuff. So hopefully or hopefully I can just make the adjustment, the right adjustments sooner, you know, with the snap of the fingers, and be up front every night. You know, that's what it's going to take, is decision making comes crucial with racing. So it's, you know, you got to put a whole night together, and that's part of the process. So yeah, did we get behind and that didn't help us? Yeah, but you know, I could have moved up a lot further had I just been thinking and been better about making decisions and getting to the outside to pass some of those slower cars. So I would say all in all, it started out rough, but it was a successful night. It was nice to see some people that we haven't saw in a long time, meet some new friends, run into Minnesota dirt. Also, it was really nice to see Todd Narvison. We haven't seen him, you know, in a long time. This was actually the second time this year, but it's been, what, 20 years since we saw him last. He gave us a nice shout out on our YouTube channel down there at the Deer Creek Speedway, and thanks for the opportunity to expose us to new fans and you know, our subscribers already that subscribe to us. We really appreciate that, and he's been announcing for a long time. He draws some really cool pictures. Actually, we have a couple in our basement, so I think he has some work out there. So if you guys can find it, check it out. Another thing we want to touch on is Friday night, Red Cedar Speedway, they're doing a trunk or treat, since it's technically their
Season championship.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but it's their last regular season race before kids go to school. So from 5:30 to 6:30, we'll be on the front stretch with our race car with treats. So be sure to stop by and check us out, and yeah, just a whole bunch of different aspects of the night that I really enjoyed. I think we're gonna try to make one more trip down there. So we're gonna race this weekend, Menominee Friday night, and then Cedar Lake on Saturday. And then the following week, Cedar does run, but we are no longer up in points, so I think we're gonna head to the Deer Creek Speedway. Y'all have to watch our Facebook or our YouTube stuff. Also, special thanks to everyone that supports us, comes to the races, cheers us on. My mom and dad, Amber, Marcus, Izzy, Brittany, Abby, just anyone who ever helps us, makes this possible. We can't do it without you guys. Special shout out to all of our sponsors: Willow River Saloon, KC Farms, Freedom Race Lifts, OSI Physical Therapy. Thanks, Mike. I really appreciate it. Couldn't do it without you, really. 828 Media, Risky Threads, Concrete Concepts in Richmond, Jiggy's Signs, Sabre Plumbing and Heating, Dirt Race Central, M&B Services, Gorsuch Performance Solutions, Fast Factory, SSR Race Cars. Everyone at SSR helps us all the time, and we truly couldn't do it without those guys either. Special shout out to all our subscribers that, you know, watch our YouTube content, shares it with their friends and family, and helps us get bigger. We couldn't do it without you guys either. So hope you guys enjoy this week's video. As always, be sure to like it, share it with your friends and family, comment below. Like I said, we love interacting with you guys, and we're so close to that 1,000 subscriber threshold, so please keep sharing and subscribing until we get bigger. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed night.
Still warm glow. Life's in long lost times ago. Close my eyes so I can see the light. Time stands still while the sun